Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Makazai. You already know what it is. Scriptures, Nova, and Opinions. I want to call all you Negroes and Aborigines back to our God, the God of Israel. Repent, for the kingdom is at hand, which true repentance is keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, and having faith in his Son, the King of our nation, the Messiah, which his name is Yahushua. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Alright. So I just wanted to do like a little quick kind of like a Purge review, because I saw the movie. Look at this scary face right there. But yes, I feel like this is the best one. Not also because it had a lot of, sublims in it, but just, yeah, I mean, it was a great, I feel like it was a good movie. Great, Jake doing this thing, so I'm gonna touch into a few scriptures, since we don't, I don't have the movie, unless I get it on, bootleg or something right now, then yeah, I can't go to certain parts I want to show you. Plus, I'm not trying to give everything away, but I'm gonna touch a few points and then bring some scriptures out at the same time. This is the trailer, so I'm gonna go into, kind of breaking down the trailer and then go into some stuff that's actually in the movie. But like I said, I don't want to give too much away. All right, so yeah, let's get into it.
Of the first purge. Tonight allows people a release for all the hatred and violence that they keep up inside them.
This won't bring him back.
So I already just want to add that, yeah, this is clearly, second Esdras, the 15th chapter. All hell is going to be breaking loose. And even like Yahushua said, I mean, even just with this world in itself, all the chaos that's in this world is because of this right here. This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, which means iniquity means sin, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, so the love of many, that's why it's just a lot of chaos all over the earth. Laws not being kept. That's why us, the Israelites, got to be put back on top. And we gonna, with that rod of iron, we gonna get everything, together. So Most High is willing to moles and the righteous sisters, make it on this first, the first half. But yeah, let's continue.
It won't make you feel any better. Thank you.
It is a night that is defining our country.
Citizens, this will be a tradition we celebrate every year. Join the first purge.
Isaiah, come say bye.
Go do your thing, sis.
Always.
I'll see you tonight.
People are now calling this controversial experiment of legalized crime the Purge.
Do not purge!
Do not purge!
You and Isaiah, just stay with me during the purge.
Oh, we're gonna be fine on our own.
We are here with Dr. May Updale. She came up with this experiment. Is the purge a political device?
It is a psychological one. If we want to save our country, we must release all our anger in one night. Tonight, we'll see the good and evil in everyone.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the first purge.
Our neighborhood is under siege from a government who doesn't give a shit about any of us.
So y'all off tops. I mean, and that's true story, because the government does not give, which is led by Esau, the so-called white man. And it's funny because a lot of Edomites, that know about this, they know that the government, but they still be acting as if the government is not their people. You might catch them Edomites that be acting like they in the struggle with us. But yeah, their own government, which is ran by their people, is causing them to fall as well. Satan versus Satan. So but yeah, a government, led by the elites, the Illuminati. Okay, so like You know, let me get want to get this one scripture I like, Proverbs. Verse 2. This Proverbs 12:2. A good man obtaineth favor of the Most High, but a man of wicked devices will he condemn. So a man of wicked devices. That's why, all of this that's being had by Amalek, fake Jews. You know, wicked devices being passed. You know, under table deals, all of this kind of stuff. They're gonna be condemned. All right. So let's go back to.
All crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 hours.
There's a lot of good people out there who we're gonna have to protect.
All emergency services will be suspended.
We gotta be prepared for anything.
Your government thanks you for your participation.
Parties, you predicted a much higher level of participation.
Human nature does not obey the laws of politics. What the hell is going on?
They all ex-military. Something funky going down, D.
So, yeah, in the movie they used, you know, mercenaries, like KKK, police. You know, they were using all of these Edomites, you know, white supremacists to come into Jake neighborhood, because it was mainly in the projects that this was happening. But also want to add that there was a scene, like in that scene, I believe, he was, there was like on the radio, I forgot, that he was speaking Russian. So it's like they're also going to be sending troops when this martial law thing kick off. They're going to be sending troops that aren't American. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already been known for a fact that there's already troops, you know, on different coasts. You know, just getting ready for this thing, because a lot of the American soldiers won't be able to, handle, like, you know, the violence and things that they must do for their own, so, you know, their own nation, you know. So that's all hell is gonna break loose. All right, so it's Jacob's trouble. Let me just go into this too. This is Jeremiah 30:4. And these are the words that the Most High spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Most High, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Okay, so and the trouble has been for a long time. It's not about the Jacob's trouble has been going on for a minute. It's not just about to start, but it's going to continue to heat up in these last days. Right? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay? So alas, and even though the paleness is not literal, you know, as far as, you know, dumb Edomite would think, or you so-called white people will think that means Israel's white or something like that. But no, that's not what it's actually saying. Okay, but if you want to get technical, it says their faces turn pale, so they must, that, you know, again, like we say, you dark skinned and you get leprous, you know. But alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, so the elect in particular will be saved out of that when all hell's breaking loose. But you know, all Israel will be saved, but you know, the elect you know, those that endure to the end through all of this. Because again, I mean, wicked niggas, you know, 2/3 things like that is going to be catching a lot of the destruction, famine, things like that, because they're not doing what the Lord, again, pursuant to Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, not supposed to be sinning, you know, supposed to be keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, so you can be covered in these last days. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. It's 33. Okay, there shall no, this is Ecclesiasticus 33:1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Most High, but in temptation even again he will deliver him. Okay, so we already know what the fear of the Most High is. It's keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. Ecclesiastes 12:13-14. Okay, and it says, a wise man hateth not the law, but he that is an hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm. Okay, so a wise man hateth not the law, but don't be a hypocrite. Alright, so a man of understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle. Alright, but really wanted to bring out verse 1. Alright, so when all hell is breaking loose, you know, those keeping the law, statutes, and commandments will be covered. Alright. So it says, for it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Most High of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Okay, so I mean, that's we still got the yoke. You know, we had the literal yoke on us. Now we still have the spiritual yoke, because we incline to do all this type of wickedness. We incline to please the master, massa, so, and he still got we're basically, we still slaves in America. We slaves all over in the Caribbean, everywhere that we're scattered. We're still under Esau, all right, and we're still in slavery. We're mentally and physically enslaved, all right. So, but they shall serve the Most High their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Most High, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. And that goes hand in hand with the lesson I did on Ezekiel 36. Okay, proving that those fake rats are not Israelites, or they're not the true Jews. All right, because again, here it is: Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet. Okay, and that's not what's happening. There's still. I just had an article that there was. They still fighting with the Palestinians. So that's not at rest. That's not being quiet. So that was pretty much the point. Alright, so let's continue.
Soldiers into the island disguised as citizens.
This country needs for... They all ex-military. Something funky going down, D.
You're sending soldiers into the island disguised as citizens.
This country needs...
See, so just showing you Esau's diabolical schemes. It's always, CIA, like, it's just all type of, mercenaries, things like that Esau be doing. Even like with the, a lot of time people might think stuff is false flags, things like that, but they're setting these things up. Okay, so, and they, what I wanted to bring out also is, in the movie, in that part in particular, this actual scene right here, that when she was talking about that, he starts to say that they're trying to depopulate, you know, and who are they trying to depopulate? Us, you know, the Israelites, Jake. All right, so you know, so that's you know, Psalms 83, you know, because they didn't try to cut us off as a nation, as far as you know, and I'll just get to the point. It says verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And I mean, they try to cut us off via our nationality, but they are trying to cut us off as far as killing us. You know, you didn't had the Planned Parenthood, you didn't had all type of you know, rape, robbery and murder, you know what I'm saying, of us in the Americas. And you know, it's and they continue to kill us every day. And then they put the guns, and that's another part in the movie as well, that they putting the guns in, which has been proven to happen in places like Chicago and you know, I believe also in LA. But it's all, every hood, every ghetto, you know, Esau's putting drugs, putting guns, you know, setting things up so that we can kill each other. Okay, so they're trying to destroy us, but a lot of times it's outwardly, a lot of times it's from within. Okay, so yeah, so they're trying to put guns, and you know, they're trying to depopulate us like they've done previously in the past, but they're continuing to do so. That's what that part in the movie was. All right, but it says, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against us. Okay, the tabernacles of Edom. Okay, so Esau, the so-called white man, he's clear, which I'm gonna get another precept. Okay, he's always at trying to destroy us. All right. And then the Ishmaelites, okay, Arabs, you know, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, which is another middle, you know, in the Middle East. I don't teach that they're Chinese, but you know, that's pretty much the point I wanted to get. Let me go to just to further prove Esau has always been trying to kill us and destroy us. This is Esther, and this is why we celebrate the Purim. And this verse 23, it says, and the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them, because Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, which he was a Amalekite. And then it tells you, for y'all that believe that Esau is not the white man, you talking about he's black or he's an Arab. Yeah, when you connect that with First Maccabees 1:1 and the rest of Esther, because it says that Haman was a Macedonian. Then you connect it with Alexander. But there's just so much outside sources. I mean, even the Arabs said that the Romans were Esau. They didn't say in their records they were Esau. They were saying, you know, basically the Caucasian was Esau. And then the Romans said that the Arabs was Ishmael, or they called them Arabs. All right, I might bring that out. Matter of fact, I might bring that out soon. All that, because I have it on my Instagram. Again, my Makazai is my Instagram. Because I had did this lesson, or just my thoughts rather, on Instagram, but I was like, let me just actually do bring out some scriptures and kind of go over the trailer with y'all. But yeah, so that's a lot of stuff to prove that Esau is a so-called white man. But even the spirit, like I said, had the enemy of all the Jews had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast Purge, that it is the lot to consume them and to destroy them. Okay, so to consume them and destroy them. So that's in the plans of the so-called white man. All right, they want to destroy us. They want us to kill ourselves. They want, you know, again, they want to bring this more martial law mainly in to kill us. All right, and to establish, you know, the world, new world order and things like that. But again, that's their last effort, is to get rid of the real Israelites. All right, so but it says, but when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head. So, and that's what's gonna happen. These elites, so-called Jews, they going into captivity. You know, Esau, I mean, it's a lot of death and destruction coming for that nation, for you so-called white people, man. All right, and it says, and that he and his son should be hanged, because they tried to hang us. So they'll be, you know, they got hung back in the ancient days on the gallows. All right. So, let me get another one. Alright, and this was Simon speaking, but I'm going to just get to the point. Doubt, verse 6. Doubtless I will avenge my nation and the sanctuary and our wives and our children, for all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice. Alright, so all nations, going back to Psalms 83, all nations want to destroy us, but it's mainly the so-called white man, Esau. All right.
To work. No one's coming to help us. After tonight, nothing will ever be the same again.
Let me and really I was gonna bring out a second Ezra 15, but you guys could read it on your by yourself. But this whole thing, it's just going, like I said, it's gonna be chaos. You know, people gonna be killing each other. It's not necessarily gonna be a purge where it's, like this movie, and it's just, kill everybody for a day, but it's gonna be multiple purges, going on. It's going because of things like this. I'll get to the point. Verse 17: a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and a man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So it's gonna be a lot of chaos going on. All right. So a lot of destruction in these last days. All right. So it's really going to be a purge. All right. So.
They forgot about one thing. They forgot about us.
What have I done?
See, and Jake went in like he Wesley Snipes or something. Cause I like them Wesley Snipes movies because he always be fighting Esau. But yeah, I like this one a lot though. Cause Jake putting it down basically, which is let me get this. It's Micah 5:8. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Okay. Thy hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. Okay, so that's coming. Even let me get Ezekiel 25. So Ezekiel 25:14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom, by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Most High. Okay, so I mean that's coming. All right, so you know, that's what it is. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, matter of fact, I'll get Genesis. That's pretty much all the scriptures I'm kind of bringing out. But this is Genesis 49:9. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as a old lion, who shall rouse him up? So, yeah, I mean, a lot of times, yeah, Jake, all this hell we catching, you know, still, you know, don't want to know their enemies. You know, still nothing really bothers them, you know. But Most High gonna put a deep spirit when all hell is breaking loose. But even with the servants of the Lord, when that happens as well, you know, Most High is willing, you know, those that are in the truth, we, you know, the elect, Most High is willing, we're part of that number. Yeah, we gonna be doing a lot of getting these nations into order and things like that. All right. So yeah, like,
Forgot about one thing. They forgot about us.
What have I done?
Run! Stay strong now. I'm coming.
Just remember all the good the Purge does.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to bring out. But yeah, it's a must see. Like I said, I feel like it was the best one. But yeah, so a lot of those things, martial law, you know, and also wanted to bring out. I forgot to bring this out. It was quick, so I forgot exactly what it said, but it said this is the beginning of the end. It was this Eve that was holding a sign that it either said something about this is the beginning of the end. That's why I need to try to see if I might even try to just go and watch it again. But if I can maybe get a bootleg or something, but I might watch it again. But it said the beginning of the end or something along those lines. I forgot per se. But it's like, you know, the end of Esau is near, you know. So this is verse 9, 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Okay, so the end is here, you know what I'm saying, which is Esau. Again, showing y'all who's ruling, which is Esau, the so-called white man. And we're gonna be on next, on deck, as they say in baseball terms. All right, so yeah, so yeah, we just gotta keep pushing, you know, keep doing what the Lord say to do, keep these law, statutes, and commandments. You know, and just yeah, Most High is gonna get, like it said, Jacob's trouble, but we'll be delivered out of it. So for y'all brothers and sisters that don't know you're an Israelite, repent now. All right, don't tarry to come back to the Most High, like it say in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, the 5th chapter. All right, so you know that's what I wanted to bring out. Shalom.